Let's go from this. Welcome to the Flat Track Factory. Today I'm going to show you how to show up at the racetrack with what looks like a brand new chain every week, using a few common chemicals most of us have in our garage and a few simple techniques. Stick around. The chemicals we use today start with mineral spirits as our solvent. Of course, if you had a solvent tank, you could use that, but the purpose of this channel is to illustrate how this can be done in the average home garage. Incidentally, some race shops will not let you put a dirty chain in their solvent tank. They want to keep things a bit cleaner. Some of you are going to want to use gasoline. Please don't, for obvious reasons. It's dangerous and it doesn't really work as well as some other products. If the chain is exceptionally dirty, we may do a soak for a day or three in automatic transmission fluid. This has excellent detergent properties and will break up some crud if you neglected the job for a while. Then we may rinse with some brake parts cleaner depending on how our solvents work. Then I'll show you my special technique for putting chain lube on. It may be debatable as to whether that's the best way to do it or not. Then the particular chain and Masterlink combination I'm running currently has a funny wear spot on it that I don't care for, so I dab a little bit of grease on the wear spot. Then we're basically done, and we'll take some multi-purpose spray oil on a rag and clean the chain lube off the exterior of the chain. We don't actually want any chain lube on the exterior of the chain. It doesn't lube anything, and it just makes a mess. We'll start by locating the master link, or links in this case, on the sprocket where you can get a little bit of pressure on it. The tool that I'm going to use is a standard 6-inch plier. The only thing special about it is I don't use it for anything else in order to maintain these sharp edges. If you have an old rounded off edge, this job can be miserable. They do make a special pair of pliers that are just for master links. I've used them and frankly don't find them particularly helpful, so I just use this. I'm going to use the plier in this adjustment position rather than this one. The reason I do that is I want to be able to put the front jaw on this front pin here and the rear jaw back on the edge of the clip. If I put the plier in this position here, it ends up approaching the master link at this angle and you're pressing in this direction. Whereas if you do the jaw this way, you get a flatter presentation and end up pushing in this way, if that makes any sense. You'll see when I do it. I know it seems like a minor detail, but if you're having trouble getting these links off easily, the two things that I've discovered are the key is a dedicated pair of pliers with a nice sharp edge and pulling on the back of the clip from the front pin rather than the back pin. So go ahead and pop this clip off now. And put our chain into this household food storage container. You, of course, can use your oil drain pan if you'd like. I like to use a container that's only slightly larger than the coiled up chain in order to reduce the amount of solvent that I use for this job. Factory tip, don't put your master link in there, because if you're like me, you'll forget it's in there, and when you go to pour this back into your solvent container, you'll pull the chain out, forget the master link, and dump it into your mineral spirits jar. That's always fun getting that out. I'm going to add just enough mineral spirits to completely cover the chain. Depending on how dirty your chain is, this is a great time to go work on something else and come back to this after it's had some time to work. If you'd like to jump in, just grab a hold of a bristle brush. This is a firearms cleaning brush, I believe. Toothbrush works nicely as well. And just give yourself a little scrub. At this point, I'll decide whether I'm going to go brake cleaner. And this chain didn't have a rough time of it at the last race, and is pretty good, so I don't think I need really brake cleaner. To try to be environmentally friendly and just save money, I'll evaluate this, and this really, as far as I'm concerned, is fine. I'll just go ahead and pour this back into the container. It's just going to be used for cleaning chains, so it doesn't matter if a little bit of grit gets in there. Alternately, if your chain was really dirty, the same procedure with the same container, you can go a automatic transmission fluid soak for a day or 2 or 3, and it's just amazing how this stuff dissolves crud. I've moved outside to apply the chain lube, simply hanging the chain from a wire over a drain pan. I want the lube to get in between the pins and rollers, so I'll apply it here and here, flip the chain over, and the same on the other side. Obviously now there's way too much chain lube on the chain, so just wipe off the exterior plates. Here's that wear mark I was mentioning earlier. These chains don't normally do this, so I'll dab a spot of grease on that. Probably not necessary, but I just will. I'll just take a cotton cloth and run your fingers over all the rollers. It's just a matter of more of this lube that you get off of the chain, the less is going to fling on your motorcycle the first time you go on the track. The chain's ready to go back on the motorcycle. That funny wear spot that I didn't like, I was telling you about, is right there. I'm going to dab a little bit of grease there, and then I'm going to go ahead and dab some on the inside of this master link where it's having contact, just for fun. Now I'll go ahead and install the chain on the motorcycle. Remember, the master link is already in this chain holding the spare link in, so it needs to be run directionally in the correct way. And the way that works is it goes on the motorcycle in this direction. The open end of the clip is towards the rear of the motorcycle. We'll assemble our master link. End plate, and then clip installed in the reverse of how we removed it. This time we're going to use the adjustable plier in this position. Grab a hold of the back, or I guess that would be the front, towards the front of the motorcycle, the front portion of the clip, and then take this jaw here and place it on the nearest pin and give it a pinch. If you like this kind of detailed race preparation content, and let's face it, if you're still here watching a chain cleaning video, you do, click the like and subscribe button, and then comment down below. Tell me what other kinds of videos you'd like to see. Thanks for watching.